Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to Skyview High School for tonight's senior night presentation between the Union Titans and your Skyview Storm. If you are a senior parent, please come down to the west end of the gym right underneath the scoreboard and please line up. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for coming to Skyview High School for tonight's senior night presentation between the visiting Union Titans and your Skyview Storm. Today we are recognizing the two. Okay, today we are recognizing the 2021 senior class for the boys basketball program here at Skyview High School. This year we have 5 seniors who have done a great job representing the boys basketball program on and off the court. The players have been great examples of our program core values of positivity, accountability, togetherness, hard work, and selflessness. These young men have dedicated lots of time to the Skyview basketball program, and they have been model student athletes. They've worked very hard on our program, and their contributions to the Storm basketball program are appreciated by the coaching staff and all of their teammates. The first senior we are going to recognize tonight is Cole Bain. Cole is accompanied by his parents, Scott and Heather Bain. Cole has been a member of the Skyview basketball program for 3 years and is a 2-year letter winner. Next year, Cole plans to attend Central Washington University to study business administration. His favorite memories at Skyview were all of the team trips, but especially the trip to the Cactus Jam in Arizona last season. His advice to future Storm is to don't give up and just work as hard as you can. Cole would like to send a special thanks. I want to thank my parents. They have done so much for me this past 4 years of high school. Driving me to practices, putting me on tournament teams for basketball, and just taking care of me. I love you so much. I also want to thank my grandpa for getting me into basketball and teaching me the hook shot. The coaching staff will miss Cole and his hard work he has put into the program. We are appreciative of how hard Cole works to get healthy and to stay on the court, and he was an inspiration to his coaches and teammates. Cole's very selfless and gives everything he has to the team and to the program. Thank you very much, Cole Bain. Our next singer tonight is Jackson Vale. Jackson is accompanied by his mom, Marcy Vale. Jackson has been a member of the Skyview basketball program for 4 years and is a 2-year letter winner. Next year, Jackson plans to attend Washington State University, Vancouver to study human biology. His favorite memories of the Skyview basketball program are all the hilarious times we had in our team trips, especially to the Cactus Jam in Arizona, especially the elevator. It was an overall great time on that trip. His advice to future Storm is always stay positive. It will help you on and off the court. Jackson would like to give some special thanks. I would like to thank my mom for always pushing me to be the best and making me the person I am today. I also want to thank the coaching staff. They believed in me and made my high school experience great. As well as my teammates, they've been some of the best friends I've ever had. The coaching staff will miss Jackson and his easygoing and positive personality. Jackson has been a joy to be around, and you can tell our players really enjoy being his teammate. Thank you, Jackson Vale. Our next senior is David Shepard. David is accompanied by his parents, Laura and Andrew. David has been a member of the Storm program for 4 years and is a 2-year letter winner. David is also part of ASB, serving as the senior class senator. David plans to attend Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah this summer, majoring in economics, then leave on his mission in the fall of 2021. David's favorite memory was his freshman team beating Columbia River on a buzzer beater. David's advice to future Storm: get big and enjoy playing hoops. Go to 8th grade. David would like to give special thanks to his mom for getting me to the gym anytime I wanted to go. Thank you for making sure I had everything I needed. The food was always gas. Thanks, Dad, for putting in countless hours of rebounding so I could improve. I will always cherish the church gym shooting workouts that we had. Thank you to all the Skyview coaches. You gave me a chance and believed in me. Thanks to my teammates for the hard work you put in and for pushing me along the way. Skyview basketball has been an amazing experience and I'm so grateful for it. The coaching staff will miss Shep's positive and smiling personality. David has improved as much almost as any player in his career, and his passion for Storm basketball to improve was evident on a daily basis. David is a great teammate and it's been a pleasure to see the hard work pay off this season. Thank you, Shep. David Shepard. Our next senior is Makai Brooks. Makai is accompanied by his mom, Sarah. His dad, Demetrius, cannot be here due to being a coach for the Skyview girls basketball program. Makai has been a member of the Storm program for 4 years and is a 2-year letter winner. Makai plans to attend the University of Washington study business administration. Makai's favorite memory was having a chance to play at the state tournament in the Tacoma Dome last season, where the Storm finished 7th place in state. Makai's advice to future Storm: if you're willing to put in hard work, opportunities will be there. Makai says, I'd like to thank my mom for always having my back in the crock pot ready for practices, and my dad for sacrificing his time and knowledge to help me achieve my goals. Also, I'd like to thank my siblings and the Skyview coaching staff for pushing me to be better every day. Then I'd like to thank God for the opportunities to play this final season. Makai's dad couldn't make it tonight, but he wanted to send a message. Makai, you started this journey 16 years ago, going to the gym in your stroller. So proud of you. Hard work pays dividends. Ball out. Love, Dad. The coaching staff will miss Makai's competitiveness. He always held himself and his teammates to a high standard, and because of that, he made each player and coach better every day. Makai's hard work has been awesome to watch, and we are happy for all the success he has had on the basketball court, in the classroom, and in life. Makai, thank you very much. Makai Brooks. Our final senior tonight is Squeaky Johnson. Squeaky is accompanied by his mom, Amy. His dad, Brett, could not be here tonight due to coaching the Storm girls varsity basketball team at Union tonight. Squeaky has been a member of the Storm basketball team for 4 years and is a 4-year letter winner. Last season, he was selected as second team all-conference in the 4A GSHL. Squeaky has committed to play basketball at Edmonds College next year. Squeaky's favorite memory as a member of the Storm basketball program were all the team trips, but his top-tier moment was going to the Cactus Jam tournament last season in Phoenix, Arizona. Squeaky's advice to future Storm: cherish every moment because it goes by in an instant. Don't leave any regrets. Sean says, I would like to thank my family for all their support and everything else they do for me. I would like to thank all the coaches for helping me become a better basketball player and a better person. I want to thank all my teammates for the memories that I get to leave with. And I'd like to thank everybody else in the Skyview community for always being a pleasure to play for. Squeaky's dad, Brett, wasn't able to be here, but also wants to send a message. Squeaky, I'm proud of you. You've been going hard since you were 4. Your goal was to play 4 years of varsity basketball, and you accomplished that. Your goal was to go to state. You accomplished that. Your goal is to play in college. You are on your way. Sorry I couldn't be here tonight, but I wanted you to know I'm so proud of you. Have a great game. The coaching staff will miss Squeaky's leadership and maturity as a 4-year varsity member of the best 4-year stretch in Skyview Storm history. Squeaky will go down as Skyview's career leader in assists, 3-pointers made, and wins. Squeaky is a consummate winner, and he will be missed every day in the program. Thank you, Squeaky. Squeaky Johnson. Again, one more loud round of applause for all of our senior Storm basketball players. Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to Skyview High School for tonight's game between the Skyview Storm and the visiting Union Titans. Skyview High School and Riverside Falls League, thank you for your attendance and support tonight. Just a reminder to everyone who attends tonight, the use of tobacco products of any kind on any school district property throughout the state is in violation of Washington state law. Any spectators throwing objects of any kind in the stands will be ejected and subject to arrest. There will be no alcoholic beverages at the facility. Also, league rules state that each member school must sell tickets throughout the entire game and prohibits us from allowing students to leave the premises during the game and re-enter. Spectators and fans, the Greater St. Collins League and its member schools remind you to treat officials, participants, and visiting fans with respect and maintain a high level of sportsmanship throughout the contest. Regardless of the outcome, one of the goals of education-based high school athletics is learning lifetime values. Sportsmanship is one of those values that make these games an educational experience. GSHL rules prohibit noisemakers or throwing objects of any kind during any athletic contest. The use of profanity or obscenities of any kind is strictly prohibited. Spectators are required to stay on or off the court at all times during the game, particularly at the conclusion of the game. Thank you for your cooperation and we hope you enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please stand, gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, everybody. This is Tony Liberatore along with Luke LeCount here at the Storm Cellar on the campus of Skyview High School, where we have the Skyview Storm against the Union Titans tonight. Luke, this is a big 4A matchup. It's not December or January. We're in April because of the pandemic, but at least the kids are playing. What can we look forward to tonight?
Yeah, definitely a little different setup than we're used to, but from the Union side, they're going to be a traditional Union type team. Run and gun led by two senior guards, Metz and Isaiah Vongleth, both started off strong this year. Bryson's actually a junior guard, but they started off with big wins against Prairie Heritage. Both these teams going in at 2-0 to this matchup with traditional 4A powers. Skyview got started off, also led by two senior guards, Squeaky Johnson and Micaiah Brooks, both averaging double digits starting the year. Promises to be a great 4A matchup here in April.
Yeah, and the Skyview band is right behind us, so I don't know how much you can hear us, but let's just listen to the starting lineup for a minute. All right, so we'll get the tip off here. Skyview led by Coach Matt Grueller, Union led by Coach Blake Conley. It's good to have fans in the stands. It's good to have the band here. Make it a good environment.
Yeah, this is definitely a bigger turnout than I anticipated. With the school administrators and coaches and players adapting to these COVID protocols, it is nice to see a wide variety of students and parents filling up this gym.
Yeah. Tonight was senior night. And because of COVID, we don't go jump ball. I don't quite understand that, but here we go. Union starts off with the ball. And there's the first three of the game by Union.
That's a senior guard, Isaiah Vongnath. He's averaging 26 points a game to start the year.
26.
The other senior guard there is 22, Caden Horn, about 16 points a game.
So guard heavy. I did see a couple of the scores. Union has scored 80 plus, I believe, in the first two games. Skyview's shot was a little short, but they did get the offensive rebound and a dribble drive. No call there.
Both teams have traditionally liked to pressure.
There you go, cutting off the side there by number 20 on Skyview. That's David Shepard. The kick ball. Union ball underneath. Kind of a lob pass out to Briscoe. There's another three,
Horn.
and that is good. So
Horn.
quickly, the Titans up 6-zip.
Horn's going to shoot it from all over the gym tonight. He hasn't seen a shot he doesn't like. Played some big minutes for him last year as a junior. As you know, Union's traditionally a pretty solid going into the postseason. He contributed greatly in a variety of ways.
Right. Union was ranked number 1 for most of the season last year in the state in the 4A. Skyview was right behind him. Tough league, the GSHL 4A. Then you add Caden Perry into the mix at Battleground, and the Tigers, real deep league similar to the football.
Cole Bain.
Cole Bain with the lay-ins. 6-2 Union. And there's the dribble drive. Coach Grueller with a quick timeout. That was Briscoe again. He's got 5 quick. So, Luke, what's Coach Grueller going over right now?
He's going to. He wasn't too thrilled with the lack of defense on that last play there. Defender knifed right through, got to the lane untouched. He's probably tightening up that zone a little bit. It looked like they came out in a 3-2 zone. I'm not sure if he's going to be switching to man in this scenario, but back-to-back plays where the lane is wide open off of that zone.
Right. What's Coach Conley going over?
Conley's going to be probably going to increase the pressure a little bit. The Union Titans match his intensity. If you get a chance to watch him on the sideline, he's arguably one of the most intense coaches on the sideline. The players do a nice job of feeding off that energy and taking on that personality of the coach.
All right, here we go. And there's right out of the gate.
They
Oh,
come
there's
out.
a save. The steal and a save, but Skyview does maintain possession. And there's a drive, no call, and then see, I think that was Bain that got that second offensive rebound. Then there's,
Couple easy offensive rebounds here for the Storm early.
Yeah.
Union is not bringing much height to the table right now, but
Yes. Skyview has at least 3 quick offensive rebounds. Haven't been able to get that back in the hoop. There's Johnson on the drive, and that is good.
they're going to need a healthy dose of Squeaky Johnson tonight to stay competitive here. He's the, as we heard in the senior introductions, the all-time assist leader at Skyview High School, 4-year player, been kind of a solid contributor over the last several years to this program.
The second three doesn't fall for the Titans. I was just going to say about the listening to that senior night introduction for Squeaky Johnson. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate due to the scheduling conflict. His dad, who's also the head girls coach at Skyview, they're across town playing right now, so he wasn't able to participate tonight in senior night. But sent us on a nice message, and
there you go. That was Bain with a hook shot. And speaking of senior night, he credited his grandfather for teaching him the hook shot. That was a little bit of the Abdul Jabbar. And so Skyview with 4 straight now. It's 8-6.
Colton Looney, a junior, him and Squeaky Johnson, I believe they were in a traveling tournament over the weekend, so they did not play Friday against Evergreen High School. It's just one of those rare situations in the COVID world of basketball that kids have committed to previous scheduled events and AAU tournaments. So Coach Grueller has a little flexibility there to allow him to do that.
Yeah, that's nice of Coach Grueller to allow that. There's a, I think that was a good drive.
Isaiah again, he's only 5'5", and
he's quick.
He's quick and
count it.
shoots it.
No.
Get to the lane, take advantage of the size, get some free points at the foul line.
So Brooks at the line for the Storm. I didn't see who that foul was on, Luke. There you go. Waiting for the PA announcer. That was on number 10, Caden Lewis for Union, his first, team first. So the Storm have calmed down. It was 6-zip real quick, and now it's 10-8 Union.
Switching it up to a matchup here, matching up man-to-man.
0 for 4 on their last threes. It's going into Bain. And there it is.
They are giving Bain the ball down low, a few possessions in a row here.
Yep, like you said, take advantage of the heights. And the Storm right back. That was number 3, Bryson Metz.
Bryson Metz, he's one of the top players in the county. Transferred from Kingsway High School.
He did?
Yeah, he was one of their standouts the last couple of years as a freshman and sophomore. Welcome addition to the Union team. A family moved into the boundary, and I believe he's reunited with some of his old middle school friends before he did move to Kingsway. So
okay.
He's a heck of a player, as he showed right there, slashing in the middle.
Yeah, that was a good drive. So the foul, Metz gets the call after Skyview got the lay-in to tie. So Metz is at the line to break the tie. Sinks the first. We got a sub coming in for Skyview. Let's see, I think that is number...
Metz has really developed over the last couple of
Russian.
years. He came in pretty raw as a freshman. I remember watching him at Kingsway. Worked a lot with assistant coach Cal Bay over there to really refine his game.
Good.
And now he's playing solid minutes and contributing at a great level at the 4A level.
On a deep team, like you said. All right, here's the second shot by Metz. He sinks that. So Union back up by 2. Skyview, a couple of those passes, there's good recovery though. No call there on the drive.
A little out of control there for Squeaky.
Yeah, a little bit. Turned his back to the hoop. So Union will get things set up here.
Not having watched them previously this year, Grueller made some early substitutions. Might be returning to some of his core lineup there. Number 11 with another three-point shot.
That's Isaiah Vaughn now. He's got 8. And Union quickly up by 5. Oh, there's a 3-point shot blocked by Union. Titans moving the ball around. Oh. There's 3 is off. Skyview with the board. Oh, there's another. Those long passes. Union sniffing those out. There's a great drive.
And it's as quick as they come in the GSHL.
Yeah.
Another strong finish for him in the lane.
He read that a mile away.
This is where those senior guards for Skyview really have to control the tempo. They did a nice job the first 6 minutes of this game.
Yeah, good call on controlling the tempo. Right now, this is when Union gets out running, Skyview's been on their heels a little bit, but when it's been kind of...
Mackay and Squeaky can definitely play with these guys and set the pace. I think Coach Grueller will be getting in their ear a little bit at the quarter break, reminding them of that.
To beat the shot clock, that 3 is off. Skyview with the board. There's 3 by Skyview, and that just off. Back rim. Union with the board. It was Briscoe on the drive. Setting up front, gets a screen from Merriweather. Didn't use the screen from Merriweather.
With just 1 game under his belt this season, Squeaky hasn't shot too many. He was 0 for 2 his first game, and then, like I mentioned earlier, he sat out. So he's
sure
getting his legs under him a little bit.
And there's Metz with the drive. Man, he is quick. You're right. And Union wants the timeout here. Get a sub in maybe. But they're up by 6. You're right. This is a guard-heavy scoring by Union for sure.
Nice to see Union not settling for, granted they've hit quite a few threes, but they're well coached in terms of not settling for that at all times. So they several drives into the lane.
They've made the extra pass the last couple times down and then got the drive.
We got the full field tonight. We have cheerleaders, we have the band, we got...
Yes.
I can't imagine we have the concession stand open tonight, but
maybe they got bagged M&Ms or something.
we got Scorebook Live, I see, and the Colombian in the house. So
I did see the Colombian. I didn't see
I saw
Scorebook.
Andy
That's good.
Bueller moving around earlier.
Nice. All right, Skyview ball after the timeout. Looks like Union after that timeout wanted to set up a press, and that is going to work. Oh, maybe not. Yes, it did. So Merriweather with the save off the bad pass from Skyview, or I guess steal, not save. There's Isaiah up top. There's Briscoe. And Isaiah gets another 3. Nope, just back out and let no. Oh, nice pass. Saved by Merriweather, and then a nice pass underneath to number 22, Caden Horn.
Well, minus that last 2 minutes, I think Skyview had to be pleased with the start of that game. They were in control of the tempo, kind of slowed it down a little bit for Union, forced them to play a little defense.
They did, yeah. But to get back in a hectic pace, Union set up that trap, that press. So at the end of the first quarter, it's 23-15. Union, it was 12-12, so the Titans are on an 11-3 run. Let's see how, should be Skyview ball, so we'll see how Skyview comes out. Here's some first quarter highlights. You mentioned this earlier, Skyview went underneath to Bain a couple of times. There he is again. And there's Union guards controlling the tempo. All right, here we are going to start the second quarter. The Skyview band. Little quarter intermission here. Johnson over to Bain.
Not surprised. Pressure continues at a high level for Union right out of the quarter.
Yeah.
With a lineup this small, it's likely that Coach Conley's going to keep pushing that all game long.
Now, will they ever go underneath to post up Merriweather at all? And he's 6'5".
Well, he's been blessed with a variety of skill sets over the years, Coach Conley. So I've seen heavy on the outside, be able to rely on the big guys inside. As you know, Union, they don't become one of the top teams in the entire state, top programs in the state without a well-balanced attack. So
sure. Skyview had a couple of wide open threes and missed it, and there you go. Good tip in there by
Colton Looney.
Colton Looney, the junior.
He was the leading scorer on the JV team last year, Coach Grueller was telling me, and that he has high expectations for him this season. He plays a lot of basketball outside of the Skyview program with his AAU team.
Good.
He lives and breathes hoops, so he's, as a junior, Coach is excited about the possibilities with him and the team.
I like the refs are letting them play a little bit. Only 2 fouls called. There you go. There's right on cue.
6'5", lean,
right on cue. So the Storm cut the lead to 4.
Coach Conley looking like he's going to make a line change here with the next dead ball.
Oh, and there's a travel. Yeah.
You see Bain in the mix again there. Kind of this tall presence distracted that Titan from finishing at the rim.
And I've noticed now. I mean, you're right. Skyview definitely has the height advantage, and they're packing in that middle. Can't let Union just get free looks here. So this Skyview's going to run their offense here, and here's Bain again. There's the pass. And Skyview's getting the offensive rebounds, but they're right there. There you go.
Much better control for Brooks there. Came to that jump stop, got his own rebound. Much better control for him.
So 6 straight for the Storm.
I don't know if you can wear down Metz, number 3 for Union, but I know you can add pressure to him, make him change directions, get him going different speeds. Make it difficult for him. I think Brooks is the guy to do that.
Yeah,
he should embrace that role tonight as a senior.
Yep. Right there, Metz did lose it off the dribble, and there's
Looney coming off that ball screen. He's got a nice little flick to him. He did finish that shot, but
that was right there.
Yeah, he looks like he knows what he's doing for sure.
So Storm with their second team foul. I didn't see who that was on personal foul-wise, but Union has the ball and a 2-point lead. And Skyview has, let's see, that is going to be Storm ball. So Skyview is picking up the pressure a little bit, picking them up, harassing the guards for Union.
Caden Horn, similar to Metz, I suppose. Make it difficult for him. Don't let him get open looks. He likes to ride that perimeter quite a bit. He'll shoot it from all over the place out there.
I think that's 4 turnovers in the quarter for Union. 4 out of 5 possessions. There's a drive by Brooks, and one.
Well done by Brooks, again, to get in the lane, under control. I remember 4 years ago, when he was a freshman, much shorter, thinner. He's really grown into a nice varsity basketball player. Like I said earlier, he's averaging a little over 20 points a game to start the season. It's a heck of a way to start your senior year.
That was smooth, you're right. So the Storm now with 9 straight, coming out of the quarter break, 24-23. And Union does look a little frazzled here as the Storm have packed in the zone. That was forced a little bit. Maybe looking for the call there.
Credit to the change of pace. I think Coach Gruller does a nice job of trusting his players.
There you go.
He's showing it right here, kind of staying the course, not overreacting a little bit. Forces Coach Conley to take a timeout.
There you go.
Storming back to take the lead with halfway through the second quarter here.
All right, so the band will play, and we'll take a. I can't hear anything.
Conley's got their attention. It looks like their bench is socially distantly spaced, but certainly not a traditional high school bench, but he's got him in the huddle, drawing something up here. He probably, if I know Coach Conley the way I think I do, isn't thrilled with the contested shots and the forcing of it 2-3 possessions in a row. And Tony, you think about it, I'm not exactly sure how many practices these guys have had, but it certainly hasn't been a traditional start to the season, right?
Right.
These are more or less preseason games, yet they started the season just a short while ago. So they're getting their legs under them a little bit and getting familiar with each other.
And that's a good point, right?
So the quality of basketball isn't probably what you would hope for, but slowly but surely they're improving.
So Union up front, seeing if they can break the scoring drought. They have not scored in the quarter. There's a good pass underneath. There it is. Nice pass by Isaiah.
Nice job coming out of the timeout.
Yep.
Listening to Coach Conley, getting it into the middle.
So here's Bain. And there's that swarm.
First time we saw it come from that side with number 11, Isaiah.
Yep. So Union going to work the offense now, be a little bit more patient. There's a three by Isaiah, and that is, couldn't tell if that was tipped or not, but that didn't hit rim. So Skyview with the board. Brooks, nice pass to Bain, and back out to Squeaky, and that is just off. But there's Bain again. And just off the back
Bain
side.
is working his tail off tonight.
Bain is working his tail off, I agree. Especially had 2 boards on that possession. So here we go. But unfortunately, Skyview didn't get the bucket. That's over to Isaiah. There's a 3 by there's Titans now.
Briscoe, senior guard as well.
So Union back up front by 2. And here's Bain dribbling. Moving away from the hoop this time, though. I think that looks good, and it is good.
He keeps getting looks like that. He's going to find himself in a nice little rhythm.
Yep. And Coach Gruller calls a quick timeout. So with 2 minutes to go in the half, 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the half, it's 29-28. Timeout Storm with the lead.
Coach Gruller and Coach Conley know each other so well in terms of having played against each other for the last several years.
Right.
I know they have a friendship off the court. It probably drives them nuts to compete against each other on the court, but they both scout well. They both know what they're getting from the other opponent. So the last couple of years they've had some really fun games to watch between these two teams.
They have, yeah. Do you think because of the familiarity that they're able to adjust quicker?
Yes, I would say that, and it also although Union, like we mentioned earlier, is one of the top teams in the entire state year after year, Skyview doesn't have that fear factor of them. They're familiar with them. Coach is able to get them in a place to be competitive. But in their own right, Skyview's had pretty competitive teams at the state level as well.
Absolutely. Skyview's had the last 6 or 7 years great runs in the tournament and otherwise. So, the block. And that was
Bryson Metz again.
So again, this has been a game of runs in this half. And so Union looking to go on a 8-0 run with Metz makes his free throw after Skyview took the lead. No, an 8-2 run, excuse me.
Yeah, Bryson and his brother both played for Coach David Harmeling over at Kingsway. His brother graduated last year, and then Bryson and the family made the decision to transfer, so it worked out for him to suit up for the Titans this year, and he's kind of picking up where he left off with the Knights.
And like you said, he's a junior, so he's got one more year. Hopefully next fall, or excuse me, next winter, we're playing just regular high school hoops. Metz with the long rebound off the three there from Skyview. And there's a drive again by, that was number 22, Caden Horn again. 6'1" senior.
Averaging 16.5 points a game.
Oh, good recovery. Titans got quick hands on all the passes, especially up front here. I don't know what that was, but no call, I guess. And here is Brooks, and count it.
Brooks again. Middle of the lane. A little hesitation there, comes to a nice jump stop. Finishes at the rim. He's doing a nice job keeping Storm in it.
Under a minute here in the half.
There's
a long three. Ooh.
3 feet behind the line.
That was did look like NBA range. So Horn with 5 straight points for the Titans, and there another offensive rebound, and that is just
Looney again.
And Looney did it. Hustle all over the place for Skyview's big men tonight.
Nice finish with the left hand, stayed with it.
Yep.
He slid, but he held his own down there.
Yeah, he did. He did have a height advantage. He's getting bumped there. So here we go. Titans can hold for the last shot of the half. And a 3 will be short. And the long board, and Skyview's going to get one off right at the buzzer. Oh, looks like it was tipped a little bit.
The awareness of Brooks to grab that ball, look at the clock, take 3 dribbles, and get to the three-point line.
Right.
Could have been a nice little momentum shift for the Storm going into halftime. I think if you're Coach Grueller, you're happy with where you're at right now. There was a close second there where it might have got out of hand, but they whittled that thing back down to 3 to go into half.
Yeah, I agree. And Skyview with the height advantage, if they can make their lay-ins, I mean, they do have a lot of second chance points, but they get the initial shot, that'd be right there. So here's some first half highlights. Just you were saying, Luke, Union had a couple of good runs, and then Skyview had a couple of good runs, and it's 36-33 Titans at the half. What's stood out to you besides the Storm kind of holding their own so far? What else?
Yeah, I think we go back to on the Skyview side, Bain down low, kind of set the pace early, being steady, playing within himself. I thought that was a nice calming factor for Skyview when that Titan lead started climbing a little bit. He hunkered down, got some easy buckets, used his physicality a little bit, and was able to control the boards a little bit.
Yeah, Skyview has definitely used their height advantage to keep this game close. Their guards are a little bit bigger than Union's guards too, for the most part. But Union, and we're going to get to news from around Vancouver Public Schools here. And we'll be
Check
back
out what's
for the
happening in
second half.
Vancouver Public Schools this week. Here are the top 3 things you need to know. This week, it's an expansion of in-person learning based on guidance from the state. First, let's talk preschool. Early childhood special education and inclusion preschool students will attend class in person Tuesdays through Fridays starting May 3rd. Students in King Elementary's preschool will go Monday through Thursday starting May 3rd also. Start and end times will remain the same. Next, K through 3rd graders. Starting May 3rd, they'll be in school buildings Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, with Wednesday remaining a remote learning day. in-person days will continue on the current schedule. Students in grades 4 through 6 and also 9th graders will switch to a 4-day week on May 10th, attending class in person Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Finally, 7th and 8th graders and 10th through 12th graders, most students in those grades will remain in hybrid learning the rest of the year on their current schedule. Some students who need additional in-person support may be contacted by school staff to add more days in school buildings. For more information, including how to opt in or out of hybrid learning and also safety protocols, visit the school district website, vansd.org. Parents, keep an eye out for the VPS This Week newsletter, which is emailed directly to you. It's also on the VPS app. You can also follow the district on social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. See you next week.
Hello and welcome to this Revitalizing Vancouver update. My name is Isis Eggleston and today we're going to be looking at the new Fir Grove School. Let's check it out.
Principal Jeremy Burles meets us at the front door for the tour. The first impression is that the new building is a welcoming place.
I'm thrilled. I think it's, I think the word that often gets used a lot is game changer. It's going to be night and day difference.
Inside, a secure entrance.
We've got double doors here for safety for our students and staff, and then a separate door that goes into the office area here. And so then we'll have a secure building like all the other Vancouver public schools, so we're really excited about that.
And this school is currently Fir Grove, but as you've told us, you are changing the name. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, our new school will be the Jim Tangeman Center. Jim Tangeman was the first principal of Fir Grove and really did a lot for the community in supporting students with disabilities, especially students that have challenges with emotional regulation. All of our students are here because they are working on aspects of self-regulation and controlling their emotions and or impacted with mental illnesses.
Our first stop on the tour, a typical classroom, which includes new projectors and sound systems. Next to the classrooms are dedicated breakout rooms to help kids get back on track.
The student who maybe needs a little space from their peers because they're a little tired, a little grumpy, a little for whatever reason, there's more spaces that are naturalistic and hospitable and educational in the same sense, so that it feels more supportive and welcoming.
The whole school is filled with light.
We've got great LED lights that can change their hue. They can be a softer light, they can be a more abrasive light. The light can dim, the light can increase to modulate depending on the instructional needs. Each of the classrooms have skylights. We've got big, taller walls and ceilings so that there's more air and there's more space in the classrooms.
The new commons area is also bright and cheery. At the center of the school is its heart, the new Family Community Resource Center.
We have an FCRC space right here, so our families can meet with our FCRC support team for resources and problem solving, and have a space where they can meet privately, which is fantastic. We've got water bottle fill stations, which we never had before, and we have a beautiful kitchen area, and so our students will be able to have kind of a more naturalistic experience of what they would have in a typical school or a more comprehensive school. So it's an opportunity rather than a punishment to come here.
Yeah.
Next, Principal Burles takes us to the gym, which features a showstopper.
But yeah, this is our horizontal climbing wall.
Well, if this was at my elementary school, I think I would go nuts. This is so cool.
It's not only for students' physical health, but their mental health as well.
We all have urges, we all have impulses, and it's how do we structure those so that we can meet our need that we have internally in a more socially acceptable way. So instead of maybe climbing on a bookshelf or something, if we can climb on the climbing wall and work on that skill and work on that self-regulation in the process, you're not only learning a life skill, but you're learning a practical skill.
The gym also offers a new teaching tool.
We've got this nice new TV which will be help to provide visuals for our students on the proper techniques on doing various physical education activities.
Another outlet for students and teachers is right outside.
So one of the really nice things in our new building as well is we've got this beautiful courtyard in the middle of the school where students can go out and have conversations with staff, or we can do some outdoor instruction on a beautiful day like today. And the nice thing is that it also then goes right out to our playground area, which our current building, we don't really have a playground, so we are just very excited to have a nice playground area and a covered basketball hoop and a ball field so that our students can let out some of their energy in a positive, structured way.
The new tools will help get kids where they need to be.
They can then hopefully transition as soon as they are in a more self-regulated spot back to a more typical comprehensive school.
Principal Burles, his staff, and the school community are grateful.
The feeling that the district and the community put their energy and funds towards building a new building to support our students and their learning, I think that in and of itself is a great feeling for our students and our staff, that the hard work that we're doing is supported by the district and the community.
This August, staff will start moving in their things, and this fall, the Gym Tangent Center will be open. Thank you so much for tuning in and checking it out with us. I'm Isis Eggleston, and I'll see you all next time.
Hi everybody, time for a quick look inside Vancouver Public Schools. I'm Nick Vole. During the pandemic, millions of Americans rediscovered their love of baking, and the same is true here at Fort Vancouver High School, where students are learning how to make bread thanks to a partnership with King Arthur Baking Company.
In the Culinary Arts Kitchen, every student is making bread, thanks to a gift from King Arthur Baking Company, which donated 160 kits.
2 kinds of flours, a yeast, a recipe booklet, their own amazing tool.
Hesitant young bakers flour their workstations, mix their ingredients, and watch as their dough rises. For many of them, this is the first time they've baked.
Not all of our students have the ability to do a lot of baking at home, and I try to encourage them during the remote schooling that baking with their family members can bring them together.
Kamarian Smith-Johnson is a beginner.
The dough and yeast, I learned how the CO2 heats up the bread and it makes it rise double its size. I didn't know that at first. I thought it just rose over time for no reason.
Not too long ago, his mom was a Fort student in this same kitchen classroom, learning to cook.
My mom's very proud of me now because I'm actually doing really well in cooking. I think I'm doing really well also. It's very fun.
Teachers Rebecca Angel and David Finney are excited to share their love of baking with students and to see them share too.
Part of the program for Bake for Good is to encourage students to make something and share something with somebody from the community, from their family, and it just was a perfect fit for our school district.
2 years ago, Aaliyah Schlegel won the State Skills USA Championship in commercial baking.
Bread making is a really intricate thing, and even though I've been making it for 4 years now, I keep learning more and more, and it just gets better and better as the years.
Storm Cellar for the, I guess it's not a second half tip-off. It should be Union ball. And we have quite the game here. An early season big 4A matchup. Union Titans 36, Skyview Storm 33. And this game has lived up so far to what we wanted.
Looks like both teams go back to their starters.
And quickly, just like the start of the first quarter.
Union starts the exact same way.
Yep, Isaiah with the 3. But Skyview has hung around. I think going for the college flop there a little bit. No call. Again, I appreciate the refs letting the kids play tonight. Oh, right idea.
Tough pass at the ankles there by Looney.
Yeah.
Quick turnover for the Storm.
And that goes back to kind of what you were saying, teams haven't practiced much. Just the third game, just out of sorts a little bit here and there.
Well, the other thing I thought was interesting as Mets drives into the lane here was during this season of COVID, they're sharing players with other sports, right? So Skyview has baseball players that are competing right now during basketball season. So it's just very unusual.
No, I forgot that the 4As and 3As were doing that. That They have the crossover seasons.
So these Coach Conley and Coach Gruler rely heavily on their JV coaches, Coach Wetterow for Skyview and Coach Clote for Union.
Yeah.
Sharing and sacrificing some of their own team structure to accommodate the varsity team, but that's kind of the nature of the beast sometimes when you, as you prepare for games, and as we mentioned earlier, some playing AAU and others sports. I think it's a testament to the coaches and players for adapting and making the best of this situation.
Well, and you mentioned that flexibility is huge in the COVID season. Looks like it's going to be foul on Skyview there on the drive.
Union has a new varsity assistant coach this year, and I'd be remiss to not mention Todd Spike, who's now an assistant coach for the girls program. Long-time Union basketball coach right from the beginning of the school's existence.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
Todd Spike does a variety of things at Union High School, but certainly missed in the boys basketball program. But Coach Jeff Connor stepped in, and he was the JV coach in years past, but filling those shoes and supporting Coach Conley on the bench. So.
There you go. So Union, that was Caden Horn, hit both free throws, and the Titans take an 8-point lead. See Skyview now if they can stop the run, and there's another steal by Union, and pass a little behind him from Mint. Oh, good kiss off the glass there by Horn. That was a pretty shot.
It makes it difficult if he's going to shoot from 3 feet behind the line and then gets you up in the air and drives to the middle of the lane.
So there's a drive by Squeaky Johnson.
Skyview's got to get him rolling a little bit. Get him comfortable. He's averaging a little less than 10 points a game right now, and I guess this is his second game, but he's had some big moments for Skyview the last few years. And
yeah, this is the first.
Squeaky will be playing hoops at Edmonds College next year. He was second team all GSHL last year, so he's got a lot of basketball ahead of him.
Yeah, that's a decent little program. All right. Squeaky hit 1 free throw, so Skyview by 9, and here's the drive. That's Briscoe, the senior guard.
That was a varsity move right there.
Yes, it was. That was quick off the baseline there. Okay, so this is 45-34. Union quickly up front by 11. Coach Gruler with the timeout. What's he telling him?
Not the start the Storm wanted. He's probably giving him a little talking to in terms of keeping people in front. We got the post player flying out, jumping out, trying to block jump shots out there. Not what Coach Gruler preaches in practice. So we're gonna probably get a little reminder about the fundamentals. Just play within themselves, keep that composure. Let's slow this thing down a little bit because this thing can escalate quick. Union, they got a lot of firepower.
Right, no, I think it's good, you go, and, it's good that Gruler would go right back just to practice, right? This is what we practice. Just keep it in what we know, what we do. It's going to be okay. When he called an early timeout in the first half, Skyview was able to pack the lane a little bit and slow down Union. So let's see if we get a replay of that in the second half.
I'm talking with Coach Gruler. He leans heavily on Coach Benson as an assistant. Coach Benson, if you don't know, is a longtime basketball fixture here in Clark County.
Big time, yes. There it is, right out.
Skyview, so.
Yeah, Coach Benson, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, there's not much
head coach at Bay. I'm trying to remember if he was the first head coach at Skyview, but I know he had an early run here with the Storm.
I believe that was Don Russell years ago.
So there's a foul on the 3. Caden Horn. He's got, I think, 9 in the half now.
He's a 91% shooter from the foul line. Struggled a little bit behind the 3. He's 2 for 11 going into this game, but he's making up for it right now.
I think he's made 3 this game. And there's the 4-point play. So Union with the 12-point lead. Squeaky with the drive and the foul. So Johnson will be at the line. I don't think anybody's in foul trouble yet.
Second time at the line this quarter. Taking his time down there, getting under control, getting Metz in the air, get him for a foul. That's his first.
The sub in for Caden Lewis comes in for the Titans. And Isaiah Bonnath will take a seat, get a breather here. Johnson 1 from 2 from the line. So let's see how Skyview can respond here. And there's Metz again, coach.
Shepard thought about taking that charge, but stepped out there the last second. Kind of off-balance shot by Squeaky.
Yeah, that was. There's Bain on the floor doing the dirty work. But the foul is on Bain. So it could be a little bit of danger time here for the Storm.
The depth that Coach Conley can throw at him is starts to wear you down a little bit.
Yeah. And there it is.
22, Horn from the corner. He's hitting them from the wing, the corner, the lane, top of the key.
There is. That was a good-looking shot, just off the front a little bit. And here comes Titans back.
You had Isaiah back in here, number 11 for the Titans. You got 4 guards that handle the ball, can drive, shoot.
Yeah, the Titan guards, they're quick. That was an offensive foul on Union.
Neil Anderson out here in the stripes, longtime GSHL referee.
Long time. Yeah, we got a veteran crew tonight.
He's one of the good guys. Been doing it a long time.
So there's a great
Shepard,
pass.
nice little pass there down
Great
low.
pass.
Had a heck of a game last week against who did they play? Evergreen High School on Friday. 12 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists against the Plainsmen.
But Titans come right back. So here's Looney. Pass over to Shepard. That three's just off. Union with the board.
2 good little plays there by Shepard. If he keeps it under control and can continue to do that, set his teammates up, he'll start knocking those down.
Oh yeah.
Personally, I've never played basketball in a mask. It doesn't look all that comfortable, but these guys are doing their best to
yes, they
play
are.
by the rules and make sure they can keep playing high school basketball games here.
Absolutely. There was a block there by Storm. Union didn't get the shot off. There's another drive and foul. So Squeaky will be back to the line.
Squeaky seems to be able to get to that middle of the lane most times he wants. Whether it's right there, he kind of backed him down a little bit. But
yeah. Let the game come to him. Makes the first. Got some substitutions all the way around.
Coach Grueller, he's got a nice little coaching tree under him. David Harmeling is an assistant now at head coach at Kingsway. Skylar Gillespie used to be the head coach at Camas. He's now up at Seaholm High School. One of his former players is the JV coach at Union. So
there you go.
Pretty well connected in the area and does a nice job of developing young coaches underneath him.
Here's Metz and Isaiah. These guys have speed to burn here. Good D by the Storm, and just a little bit of room, and they were able to get in there. Shot clock was down to 5 on that. That's hard to beat right there, and the Storm played good D.
Victor Vanya, he's got an extra speed there.
There you go. Squeaky with the three, 45-58 Union now. We're at under 2 minutes to go in the third. Oh, the foul on Metz.
A little out of control there, jumped up, found himself in no man's land, and
yeah, had the turnover anyways. You're right, yeah. So Bain checking back in for the Storm. Let's see if the Storm can get on a little run here. So far, they've just been trading baskets. There's a three out front, a little short. Can't get the roll.
You got 4 Titans down there grabbing that rebound. Much better effort on the boards this half.
Yeah. And Brooks read that move that time by Metz. Knocked the ball out of bounds, but it will be Union ball here on the side.
We don't have any highlights to show, but Storm alum Samad Hector playing at Sacramento State.
Yeah.
Division I. It's good to see him having some success down there.
Oh. No. Yeah, that's over. All right.
Union has a variety of college players as well playing at various places around the Northwest. So.
Yeah, and you mentioned this earlier. Both teams the last 6 or 7 years in the GSHL, they have been state powers for sure.
Do you remember Ethan Smith a couple years ago for the Titans playing college hoops, but due to his season, he's actually on the coaching staff this season as the C-team coach for Coach Conley. So.
Okay. It's nice to when kids come back and give back to the program. That's good. All right, Squeaky back at the line. I think this is free throw 7 and 8 during the quarter.
Storm, if they can take advantage of the Titans being in the bonus the fourth quarter, maybe chip away one shot at a time here.
Good point. That'll probably go into the strategy from Coach Grueller. They definitely have a height advantage. Johnson sinks 2. 47-58 now, Union. Oh. Yeah, Brooks going for the steal, but got too much body there on.
Getting in the passing lanes a little bit. It is nice to see Skyview picking up the energy a little bit on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Getting physical. This is as good as lineup as Coach Grueller has right here. These 5 guys all contribute in different ways, kind of play well together as a unit.
That is a deep 3 attempt. Oh, Merriweather board and just can't get the. There's another offensive rebound for Union and the 3 and
about 23 feet out.
Yeah.
Jaden Horn again.
Man, I don't have the stats in front of me. He's got to have at least 10 this quarter, maybe 12.
I would imagine he got a little pep talk from the coaching staff at half.
Good move. So we are shot clock's off. Titan will hold for the last shot. They're down to 10 seconds right now. Here we go. And the drive and the kick and the 3 will be just short. Skyview with the board. The steal by Union and just off. Boy, that would have been a backbreaker too. So going into the fourth quarter, Union with a 12-point lead, 61-49. All right, Luke, what's Skyview going to have to do to get back in the game?
Started getting away from there a little bit. Again, they show glimpses of if they get ahead of it, control the tempo, get at the foul line, make Union play defense for longer than 8, 9, 10 seconds.
Right.
Nice things are happening there. So, again, if I'm Coach Grueller and the staff, they're probably having to talk to the team about slowing the pace down a little bit, get up into those passing lanes on defense, force these guys to put the ball on the floor a little bit and force them into some rough shots that you saw earlier in that second quarter.
Now, you mentioned this earlier. Coach Conley's not going to take his foot off the gas pedal, even with a 12-point lead in an 8-minute quarter.
Coach Conley is as intense off the court as he is on the court, so he doesn't know any other way to do it. Clearly, it's translated into significant success for the Union Titans over the years, and the players feed off that. I think high school players love that type of energy. And at the same time, I think for the Storm, they take after their coach too. Under control, calm, change of pace, get out. They over the years we've been able to see them play fast tempo. They slow down, play zone deep. Coach Ruler throws a variety of things at his opponent. So well coached on both ends here. Two of the better coaches in Clark County.
So Storm will start off with the ball. They're squeaky out front. Looking to get the drive and the kick. And there's a good pass back into Bain. And this, look at the little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sky hook. That one won't fall.
We thought the hook shot was just for senior night introductions, but he's
lived off that tonight.
His, bread and butter there.
Oh, great pass. And the jump or the travel? I didn't see it. Nope. Jump ball. So Union will get the ball. Looks like quick explanation here to Coach Gruler on the call. Union ball underneath. It's kick ball now. Looks like they're looking for, Mintz is looking for Horn. Watch how they set this play up here. Skyview read that.
You got a 3-on-1 here.
Good pass. And there you go. So just what the Storm ordered.
Brooks is climbing towards that 20 again. It's
yes, he is.
3 games in a row here. He's putting up some solid numbers for Skyview. And on the other end, having to defend one of the best players in the area,
right?
Bryson Metz here.
There you go. Okay, so ref time. What happened? Skyview had. They need a towel.
Coach Wetterow grabbing the towel. Congratulations to Coach Wetterow. Just got hired at Richfield High School to be a counselor. He's a VPS intern. His mom is retiring from Vancouver after many years of service. So.
Oh, she's retiring. I worked with Mrs. Wetterow at my Geyser junior high days.
That's.
She's got some great stories. I won't tell them on TV though. She'll appreciate that.
Yeah, so he's learned from one of the best, and no doubt Richfield got a great counselor coming their way.
That's good. Is he going to be able to still coach at Skyview?
I know Sputter Nation would love his services full time up there, so that's
well, you got to do that if you're in the
decision
building.
He's going to have to make.
Yep. So here's Johnson with a deep 3. Brooks with the board. So Skyview's hitting the board early. See if they can get the lead to single digits here. And keep it here. Good hustle by Brooks and Looney.
Yeah, I like this Looney guy. He's just kind of everywhere you look. He gets in there and scraps around a little bit for boards, finishes at the rim.
He reminds me a little bit of Coach Gruler's son.
Yes.
Just the way he moves up front. There it is. And there it is. Right on cue.
Yeah, Kyle Gruler, one of the all-time
he was fun to watch
at Skyview High School.
Yeah. Oh, again, Johnson and Brooks out front now. They're not. They're picking up on the Titans' moves. We'll see though. Titans guards are pretty quick.
Under double digits here. 6.5 to go. Good little time for the Storm to get a couple stops and see if they can't make a push here.
Some Mintz out front. Over to Briscoe. There's Horn. Shot clock's at 5, and Mintz with the drive, and not only is he quick, he can get up.
Yeah, I think for the average player that would have been a poor shot, but the way his ability to finish in the air like that,
that was way off the glass up top. So Mintz looking to complete a 3-point play here. About Foul's on Bain, his third.
Is he getting subbed out? I only see 4 guys out there.
That's what I was wondering. I didn't hear a horn or anything. Wonder if he's got a cut or something.
Nope.
Coach Wetterall's going to go help him.
Bringing in
So-
Josh Rushing, the junior.
So Bain had to take a, he's got to go to the locker room something real quick. He might have blood on his uniform.
Don't be surprised if he comes back in as number 14.
I just saw that. So number 14 for Skyview doing yeoman's work tonight.
Jackson Filler, former
Jackson Filler, the
Thomas Jefferson student, coming in as a freshman on the varsity team. Looks like
the freshman assist. We're going to give you the senior, the jersey goes to the senior tonight, Jackson. Yeah. There's Looney. Right. Ooh, great move. He's had a great game.
If you're, yeah, Jackson, great. Coach Gruler's got a couple freshmen that suit up for the varsity team. That's not overly common in the 4A level.
No. So they must be able to fill it. I mean, Skyview's got 1,000 boys in this school, so. All right, here we go. I didn't see what happened there. What was the turnover on Union? And on the floor, but Skyview's going to be shooting.
Great backdoor cut by Brooks.
Yeah, a good pass. So the Storm again doubled, or excuse me, the lead single digits, but they can cut it to 7 with both free throws.
Baines reappeared from under the bleachers with, like we predicted, number 14. So he'll likely check in soon here for Coach Gruler.
Make sure we get that in the scorebook, please. Gonna have to DQ somebody. All right, Skyview Band's gonna play one of the great early heavy metal songs of all time right now with Iron Man. All right, Luke, so we're at 5:45 in the fourth. Union's got a 9-point lead. What's Coach Conley telling his team?
Coach Conley is gonna be looking to get out and wear these guards out. Both Squeaky Johnson and Brooks have played a significant portion of this game, probably a little exhausted right now. So he's look for him to even pick up that tempo, maybe switch some type of zone press at him, give him a different look for a couple possessions, and then settle back into that pressure man.
Okay. So again, a game of runs. And Skyview can get the lead 2-7 with this make here on the second of 1-1.
Coach Gruler kept junior Josh Rushing in there. Another tall body for the Storm.
Yes.
I believe he's a first-year varsity player for these guys, which I imagine several of these guys on the court are.
There's a big, oh.
Caden Horn went down, tried to get the foul, but definitely knocked in another three-pointer for the team.
Union back up by 10 real quick. Horn's had a great second half. Here's Storm, and good drive, good drive.
Caleb Storsey.
That was, yes, he's a junior. So right back to 8. See if the Storm can buckle
Coach
down on
Gruler
D
said
here.
he's been one of their better shooters this year. Fantastic defensive player. Kind of does a little bit of everything for Skyview.
Oh,
help side defense fell asleep there.
I was going to say that was a little too easy for Briscoe. Wide open, that looks good. Oh, just off the back.
Didn't hesitate to shoot
No,
it.
not at all.
They went to double team Squeaky and left him wide open.
You got to take that if you're that wide open, though. All right, so here's Mentz with the looking for the drive. There was a great pass again. There's that backside again, Coach. That's twice.
2 wide open layups. That does not sit well with Coach Gruler. It's one thing to give up contested shots in the lane, but getting wide open looks this late in the game.
That's a good look by Mentz. And one. So there's Brooks with the drive. Skyview's not going to go away. You're going to have to get a couple of stops, though. And here comes
Brooks and Horn are giving people their money's worth tonight.
Big time.
They have not disappointed.
So Brooks looking to complete the three-point play, and he will get that. So the Titans lead by 9 with 4:10 to go in the game here.
Brooks was 10 for 12 coming into this game from the foul line. I don't recall a miss he's had, but
no, and he's been to the line a few times.
Improved that tonight.
Yeah. So Mentz out front. Again, looking for the drive and the kick, and here's that was Isaiah just with the miss. Good save there. Here we go.
A big stop for this Storm. They probably need something here to give himself a little confidence.
Oh, get the Euro step? No. Oh.
Might have got away with one there, Brooks, but he got the board and stayed with the Storm here.
So it wasn't a Euro step, it was a travel? Is that what you're saying? The hop, skip, and jump. All right, here we go. Oh, good pass.
What's up, Squeaky?
So again, the Storm's not going away. Johnson had good position, and Brooks made a great pass.
Credit
so
to
out
the
front here
for the Skyview Storm of just staying the course.
Oh gosh,
that's a tough one.
Every
Caden
time.
Lewis, senior guard for Union.
Oh, can't get it. Oh, Skyview. Johnson with the board and the drive, and just too hard off the glass.
Decent look there.
Yeah, it was. They needed that.
I don't know if Union has a true point guard or a set point guard. They got 4 or 5 guys that bring the ball up. And
I was going to say, yeah,
so it's a nice luxury to have for the Titans.
And I saw him play a couple times last year. It was very similar. Good move. All right.
Brooks kind of taking advantage of the size difference. He's not all that tall himself, but kind of
he's
taking
got a
5'5", number 11 down there.
Oh, that was a hard drive. All right, Coach Conley with the timeout.
Yeah, I don't think he likes the ease at which Mackay's getting to the rim there a little bit. So I don't know if they're going to switch that up or.
We'll see after the timeout. So what's this? We talked about Coach Conley and Union last time out. What's Coach Grueller and Skyview going to look for to come out here, Coach?
You touched on it earlier in the game. Exchanging buckets with Union is not going to go in your favor all the time. Those guys can score quick. So right now, Skyview's doing a decent job scoring at the other end, struggling to get stopped on the defensive end. So I imagine he's going to try to tighten that up a little bit. I think right now Squeaky and Brooks are in a nice little rhythm, both getting to the lane a little bit, setting things up for other teammates. If they can continue to do that over the next 2 minutes, you might be able to chip into this 10-point lead.
All right, we will see after the timeout. So again, it's Union timeout at 76-66. It will be Skyview ball.
If we mentioned earlier, they're trying their best to make this a great atmosphere. You'll notice that there are no student sections right now. If you are a student, you could get a ticket, but you have to be accompanied by an adult. I found out from.
Is that what it is? I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it's
all right.
Interesting, but the kids here look like they're being respectful and
watching
their friends play hoops. So
handful here. Here's a deep three, and that's just off. Oh, there's Bain again with the board. Skyview needs this shot, and there it's going to be short. Oh, good position there on the offensive rebound, and one.
Brooks again.
So the Storm have hit the boards all night. And that was all hustle right there. So Brooks.
We are a little shorthanded on stats tonight, but that's all right. I think if you're keeping score at home, he's filling up this stat sheet tonight.
Oh, he's got to be 20 plus. Or close, I should say. Oh, misses the three-point play, though. So Storm need to stop, and they're picking up. Oh. That looked like a travel. Oh, over and back. All right. So the Storm forced the turnover.
It's a little out of control there for Metz. He's capable of doing a lot of things for his team. That was just a little out of control and costly turnover here.
So here we go. Storm need to capitalize. We're at a minute 50.
Coach Conley has Horn on the bench. Horn's doing a nice job supporting his teammates, it looks like, but you can tell he wants to get back out there.
Oh, air ball 3 there. So again, the Storm are picking him up. Oh.
I think you hit it early on in this game. These refs are doing a nice job of letting them play. Some players love that. Others get a little uncomfortable with the physicality, but
right.
It's made for a fast-paced game.
Big time. And like you mentioned, this is a veteran crew. And you would expect that at a Skyview Union 4A game.
We won't get into it too much, but I know the potential movement to Phase 2 is looming over some of the Clark County residents, and these guys want to get as many games in as possible. So,
yeah, I'm glad they were able to play. This has been a good game. So the Storm, they need another turnover here. Here's Mentz on the drive to Union, and there's the pass and the kick back to Mentz. So using some clock now. We're at a minute 12. Shot clock's at 5.
There's Horn gonna
there it was, but there it is. Kind of a little bit out of control. The Storm get the turnover.
1-on-4 there. Didn't go quite the way they drew it up.
Help him. What do you do?
Quick timeout for Coach Grueller there.
All right. So we're at 59.4 seconds. Coach Grueller's going to call up a play here.
I think,
they're going to go underneath, Coach.
Yeah, unless you get a driving kick for someone open in the corner, I think either of the two lead guards are going to keep the ball in their hand as much as they can to get those defenders up in the air, maybe get an easy bucket at the rim, but also draw another foul. They've only had 2 fouls called on this quarter, so that third quarter, Skyview was able to chip away quite a bit, but slow down a little bit.
All right, so we are down to the last minute of the game. Skyview ball. After they stopped Union on their last possession. Here we go. So here's Squeaky. Oh, Mentz read it. That might be game.
Costly turnover for the senior guard for Skyview. A little cross-court pass got
There's
picked
a big
off.
3 and the bounce. And Union with the board. You're going to put the pressure on.
Kind of deflated the air out of the Skyview.
Yeah.
Come back there.
And Mentz is quick, isn't he?
Squeaky knows it. He'd love to have that one over again. It was just kind of a lazy pass across the middle. Metz read and took it the other way.
Baited him. That's what the good guards are able to do.
I think you got a handful of players here on this court. The Brooks, Metz, Caden Horn, but battleground with Caden Perry. There's some talent in the GSHL. Like we were saying earlier, hopefully they keep playing games and we get to see these top players filter through here a couple times. There's some competitive groups out there that can make it for a fun season in the 4A GSHL.
Absolutely. Camas has improved, I've heard.
Yeah.
Have not seen them play.
Close 1-point win over Battleground the other night. Caden Perry, as most people watching are familiar, that he's heading to Gonzaga next year, but missed a couple short ones at the rim, but he was quadruple team there.
All right, so Union hits the free throws, and there's another deep 3 and miss by the Storm. We're down to 20 seconds and 11-point lead. That is probably it. I don't know if Skyview's fouling here. It's going to have them put some ball pressure on.
I think the kind of missing the rim a couple times for Brooks. He, no doubt his legs are getting a little exhausted. And
there's a steal, though. Is he going to get it back? And no. But Skyview will maintain possession. This is the last play of the game right here, 1.9. At the buzzer, it is good. So the final from Skyview High School, the Union Titans 79, the home Storm 71. That was a very fast-paced game.
up and down. I think we definitely got what we bargained for tonight. Two of the better teams in the 4A GSHL. Two teams very familiar with each other. Guard heavy, came out firing right from the beginning for Union. A game of runs, like you mentioned a couple times throughout the game. But this is the first of a few matchups this season where we got a few high-quality games in store for us.
So the 4A schedule, are they playing each other 3 times? Do you know? But like only one's non-league or something? Isn't that what they're doing?
It is a little funky. I do know there's some scenarios where they could play each other 3, 4, 5 times depending on how it all plays out. And again, I think talking to some kids at school and a lot of it is, hey, we're just happy to be out here. They were on the verge of not having a season, so to be able to get out here with your buddies and play in front of your family and friends is, I think these kids are handling it the best they can and making the best of this.
Absolutely. Well, and we just saw those fourth quarter highlights. You can see here's our broadcast schedule. We got Skyview versus Prairie girls hoops next Tuesday, May 4th, and then the Skyview boys will be back on Thursday, May 13th versus
girls
the
matchup,
Highlanders.
Battle of the powerhouses.
That's a good matchup. 3A, 4A girls powerhouses for sure.
I think in 4A girls, you got Camas and Union are top in the state as well. So there's some basketball talent, no doubt, all across Clark County.
Okay, hey, for Luke LeCount, I'm Tony Liberatore. I appreciate Nick Voll and his broadcast crew with VPS Game Time. We're signing off from Skyview High School. Final tonight, Union 79, Skyview 71. Be safe.